Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Struggle Reactions here. My name is Hogan.
My name is Francesco.
And in today's video, we're gonna recap the shit games. We've won one game in the last 6 games, and I'm just gonna say something. Okay, I said in the last video that if they lost against Detroit, which, spoiler, they did, if you watched the last video, we said a spoiler alert, they did, Keith would be gone. Keith would be gone, we would implement a new system, get somebody new, let's go. The message isn't being sent. They lost. Going into the next game, I hear reports that Sheldon Keefe, which I didn't believe him from the second, because this guy just spreads rumors out of his ass, that the meeting, board of directors and MLSE and Brendan Shanahan had a meeting. Didn't believe that for a second, but I hoped it was something to come.
Yeah.
Elliot Friedman, I checked Elliot, nothing. Next game hits, Sheldon Keefe is still behind the bench. What do? They lose this game 4-2. And I'm looking at them. I'm saying, what are we standing here for? What are we wasting a good season? We have Matthews, Max Domi, we got Marner, we got Nylander, we got Tavares. Everybody's locked up. What are we waiting for? Why are we not competing? Then we go into the next game. We lose this. I think we lose this game. No, we actually win this game against Calgary. The only game we win. Only game, 4-3. And this keeps them in job. Then we go to Vancouver, which is baffling. 3-0 down early in the period. First period, 3-0. End of the first period, we're down. Second period, I'm sitting at the bar in the Sportsplex at Real Sports next to Scotiabank, where they've hosted UFC 297, which apparently sucked. $4,000 a seat, folks. $4,000.
Sounds like the playoffs.
3-0, sitting in the bar, watching this game go by. I'm so excited that they came back, and they lose it 6-4.
Wow.
Folks, this is it. I don't know what we're trying here. I don't know what we're doing. We're sitting on our hands. Sheldon Keefe is still not fired or still not disciplined for his actions. Brendan Shanahan doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He doesn't do anything. Tree Living does absolutely nothing with this team, this franchise that we're wasting. And Corey Perry, a guy who should be signing with the Leafs, is signing with the Oilers. Folks,
they're rumored to be signing a 1-year deal.
this is it. The Leafs are sitting on their hands, hoping, just washing this season away. We got Matthews, we got Marner, we got Tavares, we got Nylander, making the big bucks.
A year of prime Matthews.
This is it. This is it. They've admitted it. They're done. Elliot Friedman says the fact that we're going to sit on our hands in the trade deadline. We're going to be sellers. We're not going to even compete. This is it, folks. What a waste of a year. I sit here, watch games, hopeful that the Leafs are going to make a move, hopeful that they're going to change something, because they see that the system doesn't work. And they do nothing. Why am I a Leaf fan? I'm a Leaf fan because I bleed the jersey. I love the Leafs. I watch them every single day. Even if it's at 9 p.m., 10:30, I watch the game till the end. Because this team is what I live by.
What is this persona of Brad Treliving saying? I don't make in-season moves.
I picked this. I don't think he makes in-season moves. He doesn't make nothing. He doesn't make squat. Dubas is enjoying his time in Pittsburgh. I don't even think they're even that good anyway. Pittsburgh is an old, aging team that doesn't look like they're going to try to compete anything.
Take a look at this. I made a little picture of the 4 games since the Oilers game. And what do you notice in common in all 4 of these games?
We've blown leads. It's
unanswered goals, unanswered goals, unanswered goals, unanswered goals. Blown leads and lost. And we're going into these with leads. Leads. All 4 of these games we started with leads.
It's just I don't know what we're doing.
Does Keith not know to manage his bench?
I don't know what we're doing here. Keith has tried everything. He's yelling at Brad to do something. Brad isn't listening. Brad is taking his commandments from Brendan Shanahan. He's not even doing. It's ridiculous. This is over. This experiment is over.
They're really contemplating these sellers at the trade deadline. Why are we contemplating?
We're wasting a year. They said, you know what? Scrap this year. Whatever. I don't even care about the next games, to be honest. We've won 1 out of our last 6. This is ridiculous. This is beyond inexcusable. We win games that we're supposed to lose usually, and then we lose games that we're supposed to lose.
5-4-1 in our last 10.
We lose games that we're supposed to win, and we win games that we're supposed to lose. It's beyond unbelievable. At this point, I don't even know what to say anymore. I honestly don't care about this team. This team doesn't give me hope. This team is like miscommunication beyond belief. Sheldon Keefe is yelling at Brad to do something. Brad is telling Shanahan, let me do something. Shanahan's telling him no. Brad Treliving is yelling no. This is like ridiculous. Just make a move. Make it for sakes. We got Craig Berube sitting right there to turn our season around and to make the playoffs. We got Craig Berube sitting at home watching these games.
He's probably thinking to himself, oh my God.
Sitting at home, waiting for a call to get back in the league. And we're sitting here doing the same thing over again.
They're driving this team in the ground.
This is it. This is over. The season is over.
Like what is this?
I'm sorry to break it to you, but the season is over.
Unless of some miracle.
If they do a move, I'm happy about. But with this 6-4 loss, this doesn't give me hope. I thought at Detroit they were going to make a move. They were going to make a move. They were going to send a message to this locker room, which is hard to send a message anyway because they ignore everybody. They just make $10 million and they hope for the best. I thought after Detroit they were going to make a move, but they didn't.
Look at Edmonton, prime example. Started the season off in the shit. McDavid was distraught, Draisaitl was distraught, the whole team was in shambles. They were like, what is going on with Edmonton? They're losing all these games. It's absurd. And then Jay Woodcroft out of here, hire a new coach, and they go on to win 13 straight now. They're on a 13-game win streak.
This is it. Like this was.
Have they not, as Treliving, not learned anything from this?
He doesn't learn nothing. Just like every Leafs player, Leafs system, they say they learn lessons. It's time to take lessons. They don't know what lessons are. They don't know what a lesson is. They don't know how to learn things. They don't even know a pylon would be better in net than anybody on this hockey team. A pylon would be better at forward than anyone at this hockey team. This is ridiculous. We're losing games and we're asking Brad Treliving to do something. Fire the coach, trade someone, trade something. Make a move. Make an establishment move. You sign all these guys, Tyler Bertuzzi, Max Domi, to get tougher, and we've done nothing with it. They played their ass off, and yet they still lost. This is ridiculous, and we're sending a message to Craig Berube that we want him. We want him here. No Leafs fan wants Treliving or no Leafs fan wants Sheldon Keefe as their coach anymore.
And Shanahan as our damn president.
I don't even believe we still have till through the 2024-2025 season with this idiot. He says he's won Stanley Cups. He knows what it takes to build a Stanley Cup competitor.
Okay.
Sure, bud. You haven't built nothing. In 9 years of you being in this franchise, you won one series, and that's it.
And he's the one who drove Dubas out the door.
Bro, it was a power struggle. It was a power struggle. It wasn't a money struggle because MLSC shits money. They don't even care about the money. Look at them. Look at them paying these guys. $10 million, $13 million.
What?
They don't care about money. It wasn't a money struggle.
No,
it was a power struggle because Shanahan is too up in his cheeks with a fucking, I don't even know,
He
with
has
his
the
money.
biggest ego I've ever seen.
He doesn't know what the hell it's like to build a Stanley Cup competitor. He says, oh, I've been a part of Stanley Cups. Bro, you don't know how to build a Stanley Cup competitor. What have you not learned from your years as Detroit? What have you not learned? He's still learning lessons. He's 74 years old. He's so old, dust comes off him. It's so old. Bro, he's so old, it's crusty. He's so blind to the fact that the Leafs are not competitors. They think, oh, we're just going to dust this off. What the hell is Tree Living saying in his press conference in this first time as a Maple Leafs GM? He says we're going to keep knocking on the door, keep knocking on the door, keep knocking on the door.
Sure.
Where are you knocking? You're not even knocking at the neighbor's house. Never mind, they're not even there. You're knocking at the door, nobody's answering because they don't like you. They don't like Sheldon Keefe. They want him gone. And Tree Living is like, okay, we're going to do something about it. And Brad is like this. Brendan Shanahan is like this. No. We're going to keep the core together, keep everything together, and hope it works.
So, as it stands, we're a wild card team right now.
We're not going to be a wild card team. We're not going to be a wild card team. You want to know why? Because the Leafs don't have a system that works. Things are getting lost. Things are getting ignored from the top down.
Yeah.
Things are getting ignored. Sheldon Keefe has clearly lost the locker room.
Oh, 100%.
Just because they won against Calgary doesn't mean he's lost. Doesn't mean he didn't lose the locker room. He lost the locker room. I don't care what Matthews has to say. I don't care what Nylander has to say. I don't care what Marner has to say about how, oh, he hasn't lost the locker room. We can see he's lost the locker room
evident.
because when he's sending a message out on the ice, he doesn't know how to deploy his guys. He's looking for guidance. He's obviously sending a cry for help from Brad Tree Living. He's not doing anything. He's ignoring it. And then guess what? Brendan Shanahan is ignoring everybody because he hates everybody. He hates everybody. He has a big ego. He needs to be fired. He needs to be relieved of his duties because he's so old, dust comes off him. This is it, folks. We've lost. I've lost the plot. I've lost it. I've lost it with this team. I've lost it with this franchise. This team has not given me hope. They've won one game of their last 6 games. One game. Tell me a reason why I should be happy. Tell me a reason. Why should I be happy? 6 games? 1. You've won 1 game. How is Sheldon Keefe still at his job? How is anybody at their job? How does anybody have their job? How is anything getting missed? How is anything getting messaged?
They are contemplating being sellers instead of buyers, which I find truly absurd because there should not be a year to waste. We've got a prime Matthews who's going to score 70 friggin' goals, a Nylander who's going to crack 100 points, and you're telling me that we're going to be sellers at the deadline? Why? Because your ego is so hurt that you can't make in-season moves? Why? Because you can't fire your coach because you just signed him to an extension and it looks embarrassing on you?
It doesn't look embarrassing.
Bad.
It doesn't look embarrassing. You want to know what looks embarrassing? Keeping a guy who's lost the room.
Exactly.
Keeping a guy who doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Keeping a guy who sends a message to you saying, help me, and doesn't get anything back. Because we're full of ignorance and we're full of money that we're just throwing everywhere. Listen, Mike Babcock was fired for a reason. He was fired because they lost 6 straight. 6 straight. What is different? What is different? We've won 1 game of our last 6. 1 game.
It's time.
We got more losses than we do got wins.
And I don't care about, Keefe is the best coach in the regular season in Leafs history. Doesn't matter. Look at this season. Worst points percentage by a coach right now. Like, what?
I don't care. As full circle, he was good in the reviews. The Calgary game could have went in overtime, but because of Sam Kim, the guy who analyzes the video, who looks and takes lessons, Sam Kim told Sheldon Keefe and the coaching staff to challenge it. They would have been 4-4, would have been in overtime, and they probably would have lost that game.
We scored less goals than Calgary and still seemed to win. You get it? You get it? Because they scored 2 and they were both called off.
This is ridiculous, folks. This is ridiculous. It's over. The season is over. I'm tired of sugarcoating. I'm tired of saying, oh, hopeful, I'm hopeful.
So
I'm done. The season is over. We're wasting our time at this point.
We look forward to the playoffs. I look forward to the tailgates. It is
January 21st.
They've
gotten 0 done, and they're 1 point almost being out of a playoff spot. They're 2 points actually almost being out of a playoff spot.
But if they decide to win, they can get back in 3rd. They have 2 games in hand against Tampa, and they're only 1 point down. It's not impossible. But you just have to do one very simple thing. It's called win a damn game and get those 2 damn points.
They can't win.
But it seems impossible.
They gotta depend on other people to lose games so that they can be in a spot to succeed.
It's not how this works.
This is ridiculous. We're wasting a season of Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Tavares, Nylander. Mitch Marner, I swear to God, if you ask for 11.5, if you have the gall to ask for 11.5 after your shit of a season, I'm done. Give everybody the money. Give everybody the money. Just start chucking money at people. Because at the end of the day, this is what this franchise does. Chucks money and hopes for the best. They treat us like shit. They treat us like we don't matter to them. If it wasn't for us as fans, they wouldn't make money. Because they're ripping people off. They're ripping people off and they're giving the big middle finger to them. They're shoving it in their ass. They're saying, fuck you. That's what they're saying to every single Leafs fan who pays $400 to go in that seat. Go in the nice, good seats. Get in there. And goes and loses. We lose.
From experience.
It's ridiculous. It's over. This experiment is over. Let's do something different. Let's go somewhere else. Because this is not a franchise. This is not a Leafs team. I'm somehow going to be turned into a Leafs fan after this game.
And you know what? You know the saying that we usually hear every year from Keefe? It's, this is the time, nothing to save it for, this is the fucking time. Well, that's for the playoffs. But if you don't even make the playoffs, there's no point in that. So maybe this is the time, in friggin' January. I don't know how that's possible. But if you can't make the playoffs, you can't play in them. So, I don't know what to say. We play Seattle tonight at 9 o'clock. You'll probably see this FLR.
Can't wait for them to lose that game. Folks, I'm calling it now.
Home in with Winnipeg.
This is ridiculous. It's over. This
and
experiment.
Then the All-Stars.
They don't care. They don't care about us. They don't care about the Leafs fans. They don't care about the people who pay hard-earned money for. All they care about is throwing bread everywhere else, throwing money at everybody else. And watch, they're gonna pay Marner their money because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna pay Marner because they don't see a way out. They're not preparing for a life without Marner because that's the way they are. They're gonna run it back again. They're gonna try to build around this team with like $4 million to play with because everybody's eating up the money. Half of the cap is going to go next year. Half of the cap is going to be gone. We're going to have zero money to play with.
To 5 players.
All 5. Where's the Stanley Cup competitor? Where's the we want to win a Stanley Cup? Obviously not. You want to win your own money battle. You want to win everything else. You don't want to win a Stanley Cup. This is not a winning Stanley Cup team.
2 of those players that are making that big bucks are actually worth it. And those names are Matthews and Riley. That's what I think.
Brad, I swear to God, buddy, do something. Your time is running out here. You've done nothing. Brad, Brendan Shanahan.
Brad, this is the time.
Brendan Shanahan, there's nothing.
This is the time.
There's nothing to hide behind, Brendan. There's nothing to hide behind.
Nope.
I swear to God, you survive. We lose this team. We lose every game from now on. We get out of a playoff spot. We don't make the playoffs for the first time in like years.
Almost a decade.
Almost a decade. We don't make the playoffs. And you survive that. And you make it into the next season as the president of hockey operations. I'm done. I'm calling it quits. This is it for me.
Watch these games anymore.
If you make it out alive after being eliminated from the playoffs, eliminated, not even making it, eliminated, that's it. That's it. I've had enough of Brendan. I had enough. This guy has been here 9 years, has won 1 Stamp Series in his 9-year tenure.
I really wish they had...
So smart, right? So smart. He knows how to be smart. He's a hockey guy. He's so nice to the community. He's so nice to everybody. Bro, 9 years. 1 playoff win to show for it. 1 series win to show for it. 9 years. 1 series. That's it. That's all I have to say. I'm running out of words. I'm wasting my damn breath.
Looking back, I really wish they would have made a harder push in the playoffs last year, because if you think about our roster, we had a third line of Nyes, O'Reilly, Achari. Like, come on, the team last year was way better than what it is right now. And Dubas built it. And we had the chance to go far. And I think that was one of our big shots, and we screwed that up. And we thought we were going to come back stronger this year, and so far it has looked nothing close to that. So that's been today's video. Hope you enjoyed this rant. I don't know what's to come next week, but it'll sure be interesting.
It should be interesting.
We'll see you soon.